You should get down from there while you still can. It's not worth breaking your spine if you slip. And besides, no one even cleans the top of the cupboard anyway. I don't have any allergies, so it doesn't matter. Well, no one ever did it at home, and I turned out fine. Nah, when I was still living with my family, we didn't stay long enough in one place to use cupboards at work. They're still around, pretty far up north from here. They were getting by the last time I saw them. Probably 2 years ago. I was stationed there for a bit, so I got to see them, around the time you all were there. That was back when you were busy trying to scale the mountains during avalanche season. Of course I heard about that. Word travels pretty quickly in small areas like that, especially with the kind of stuff you were doing. Well, should have been your first clue that we didn't follow you up there because we weren't stupid. Well, it's a miracle that you all survived that trip. All the usual paths were iced over. You can't even see past the tip of your nose when it snows up there. And it'll be a miracle if you survive falling from where you are right now. Well, hurry it up. It doesn't have to be spotless. Are you done yet? Okay, get down then. What's wrong? Shouldn't be that hard according to you. You wouldn't be having second thoughts right now if you had just listened. But no, you decided to be stubborn. Takes one to know one. You should probably keep that in mind for next time, assuming there is one. Well, if it were up to me, there wouldn't be one. Relax. It'll get cleaned, okay? But I'll be the one doing it. Because I'm taller than you, obviously. I can show you right now that I can. It's just standing up and lifting my arms a bit. That's not a lot of strain. I've already waited longer than you asked me to rest as it is, and there's no more wounds that could open at this point, so there shouldn't be any concern. I promise I'm not going to overexert myself, okay? Is that enough for you? I'll be extra careful, don't worry. Felt like normal walking to me. No pain or stiffness. Shouldn't be a problem with my arms either, but you'll see. Alright, now watch this. There. What? I told you it didn't hurt anymore. Well, you don't have to worry about me doing any more lifting. You're perfectly safe on the ground now. Did I look like I was struggling to get you down from there? Maybe, if you had a little more muscle on you, it might have been different. It kinda says something if I'm able to handle more than you can at your best while I'm not at 100%. Right. Not a competition. I get you. But at least it should give you the hint to not get after me anymore. I can at least do more around the house. It'll do me some good. I don't know, like cleaning the tops of the cabinets? Yeah, and bring in the groceries. You don't have to keep going back and forth to get everything. One trip will be enough. And I can put all the heavy stuff where it needs to go instead of leaving it on the floor. Less chances of us getting sick is my point. I'm not going to throw out my back with that. That's nothing. Really? Do you honestly think a couple of bags are worse than a human? I handled you just fine. And it won't last very long either. Just a couple of steps into town and back. That's it. So what's your point? You know, I can show you right now just how easy it is. Nope. I'm going to prove it to you right now. You have to see for yourself. Yep. Nice up here, isn't it? Not even the slightest bit of pain. I can do this all day. How about at least for as long as it takes you to go to the market and come back? I think that'll be a good enough comparison. But I think this is pretty good proof, Now imagine how much stronger I was when I was at my peak. Think about all the things I could have done with you if we were on the battlefield right now. Snapping your spine into two, or maybe dropping you off a cliff. But this is the house. Best I can do is drop you on the couch and hope you'll fall asleep long enough for me to pick up your groceries. It'll be easier without you. One less voice nagging me about how I need to put everything down. I know that somewhere in the back of your head you think the lightest of things can put anyone in the hospital. Yeah, so I don't trust you to follow me. I'm getting groceries, that's it. Stuff you don't need to worry about. You'd get mad because it's my kind of stuff. We just need food and stuff for my room, that's it. I don't know, like a weapon rack maybe? All my blades have been struck on the floor under my bed. I need them somewhere proper for when I start working. Don't even start. I haven't practiced at all since that last time. I've just been collecting dust under there ever since. I'll wipe them off on your shirt to prove it. Well, your proof's right there until I decide to use them again. I'm gonna start small, probably with one of the short swords. I'll start by cutting the grass in the front. It's getting too long. Alright, fine. I'll cut up the meat for dinner from now on. Better for the both of us. I get my practice and we get cleanly cut food that looks nice before we eat it. I'm going to need to have a way to prove to you that I can do things properly at some point. Well, that'll be the next thing I do. I think I've made my point with how much I can carry and for how long. I barely even felt it. Alright, alright. I think you've had your feet off the ground for long enough today. Yep. And guess what? I expect you to stay there until I run down to the market to pick up what we need. Maybe it's time for you to take it easy before you end up like me. You would have broken your arms if you fell. But you're lucky you didn't. And you know why? Exactly. And you can thank a certain someone for that. So maybe you should trust that certain someone to take care of something you know they can do. See you in an hour. Maybe less.